They say if you whisper Mother Hollow after midnight, something ancient hears you. The air goes still, shadows stretch too long, and sometimes something answers. No one knows who or what she is. But those who dared to speak her name after the clock struck 12 were never the same again. Some vanished. Others were found staring blankly into the woods, murmuring secrets in voices that weren't theirs. So if you value your mind and your soul, don't say the name Mother Hollow after midnight. Today we will talk about Don't Say the Name Mother Hollow After Midnight. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The Legend's First Whisper. In the quiet corners of Hollow Creek, a town forgotten by time, whispers of a name linger like smoke, Mother Hollow. No one remembers who first uttered the legend aloud, but it's been passed from firelit porches to school desks for generations. The name carries a warning older than the town itself. Never speak it after midnight. Locals say the name belongs to a woman who was wronged, buried unjustly in the marshes beyond the tree line. They say she was a healer accused of witchcraft, betrayed by those she helped. Her soul didn't rest. Instead, it waits for those who summon her, especially after midnight, when the veil is weakest. The curse attached to her name is specific. Whisper it after 12 bells, and the wind will stop. The shadows will shift, and her eyes, black, sunken, and endless, will find you. The stories may vary, but one rule remains: don't say it, not after midnight. 2. What happens at 12:01? At the first tick past midnight, time belongs to her. Mother Hollow walks between the worlds from 12:01 a.m. to 1:00 a.m., an hour locals call the hollowing. They say the air thickens, clocks stutter, and animals hide. If you say her name during this window, she hears it as a summons, an invitation. The reaction is never immediate. Sometimes a knock comes 3 days later. Other times, the mirror fogs up with your name scratched in reverse. But always, always she marks the summoner. Her presence begins with the smell of wet moss and dying leaves. Then come the dreams, twisted images of drowning fire and a woman with a broken jaw whispering backwards. The victim will start losing track of time. Phones glitch, lights dim, and when you look into your reflection, it sometimes looks back too quickly. It all starts at 12:01, one careless whisper, and she's already listening. 3. Origins of her curse. The legend of Mother Hollow begins in 1841, when Hollow Creek was just a growing settlement. Records speak of a midwife named Elise Harrow, who lived on the edge of the marshland. She delivered babies, healed wounds, and brewed tinctures that worked better than any doctors. But she also scared people. She knew too much, they said. When crops failed and children died from fever, she was blamed. One brutal winter, Elise was dragged from her home, tied to a post, and drowned in the freezing marsh. But as she sank, she cursed them. A childless woman, she said she would take daughters as they had taken her dignity, and haunt bloodlines until her name was no longer uttered. Her body was never found. Only the rope remained, frozen and still coiled. Some say she returned that very night, whispering through the wind. That's when the first girl went missing, and the name Mother Hollow became taboo. 4. Signs you've summoned her. If you've accidentally said her name past midnight, watch closely. The first sign is cold. Not ordinary cold, but a creeping frost that forms indoors, starting around the baseboards and curling upward. Then come the scratches, tiny ones on windows and mirrors, always in sets of 3. Some say they're claw marks, others say they're from her nails, still cracked and muddy from the swamp. Your phone may ring once at exactly 3:33 a.m. No number, just breathing. Pets grow uneasy. Dogs refuse to enter certain rooms, cats hiss at corners. The final sign is the whisper, a voice. your own, echoing back at you when you're alone. People try to burn sage or salt at their doors, but once marked, she will come. Not to kill, not at first, she watches, learns your habits. And when you've forgotten you ever said her name, that's when the true horror begins. A hand through your hair, a face in your closet mirror. 5. The marsh where she sleeps. Beyond Hollow Creek's main road lies the marsh of crooked pines, where the trees bend unnaturally and the mud swallows anything left too long. No one goes there willingly. Locals claim the temperature drops 10 degrees near its edge, and birds won't sing within earshot. It's where Mother Hollow is said to have been drowned, and where she returns each night. Hunters have reported lantern lights flickering deep in the fog, then vanishing. Once, in 1978, a group of teens camped there on a dare. They never returned. Their tent was found torn, with the words "Say her name again" carved into the surrounding trees. Geologists who tried to survey the area claimed their compasses spun wildly. The marsh rejects the living. Some believe it's a gateway, that under the thick layers of moss lies another world. Others believe it is her body itself, still pulsing, still waiting. The earth forever cursed by her death. 6. Survivors and witnesses. While few have escaped an encounter with Mother Hollow, there are some who live to tell their stories, but none unscathed. One woman, Marian Teller, now lives in a psychiatric facility after allegedly summoning Hollow during a séance. She hasn't spoken a coherent sentence in years, only the same whispered phrase. She walks on roots, not feet. In 2003, a radio DJ in Westwood aired a segment daring listeners to say her name on air at 12:05 a.m. The signal cut out for 7 minutes. When it returned, the host was sobbing uncontrollably and quit radio forever. His voice reportedly sounded distorted, like something else had spoken through him. Then there's the Hollow Creek Elementary incident in 1995. A student reportedly said the name 3 times on a dare. That week, 7 kids went missing during a fire drill, never found. Survivors don't just carry trauma, they carry a piece of her, a splinter, a shadow that follows. 7. Her many faces. Though the legends remain rooted in Hollow Creek, the face of Mother Hollow changes with each telling. Some describe her as a woman with bark for skin, eyes glowing like marsh lights. Others claim she appears normal at first, until you look into her eyes and see a reflection of yourself rotting. A few say she wears a veil made from drowned children's hair, that her mouth is stitched with fishing wire. No image remains consistent because she becomes what her summoner fears most. She's seen crawling from drains, unfolding from tree bark, even stepping out of fog in an abandoned hallway. Folklorists say this is her power, adaptation. Like a virus, she mutates through stories, slipping into the fears of a new generation. But one thing never changes, her voice. It's described as gravel soaked in water, soft at first, then deafening. Those who hear it say they never forget it. It clings. 8. Breaking the curse. There are few ways to break the Mother Hollow curse once her name is said after midnight. Most who try fail or disappear. The one known ritual involves returning to the marsh at exactly 3:33 a.m., carrying something of personal importance and burying it at the base of the crooked pine. Then you must speak a phrase known only from a torn journal found in 1892. By root and rot, return to Lot. Your name is not mine. But the ritual is dangerous. If done improperly, you may seal your soul to hers. Others try silence, never speaking her name again, not even thinking it. Some disappear without a trace, others live haunted lives, unable to keep mirrors in their homes. Ultimately, the best method is prevention. Don't say the name, don't tempt fate, because she doesn't come to punish. She comes to take back what was stolen, and she believes you owe her something. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.